Hey y'all, it's Fun Dip, and this is my next motherfucking YouTube video. Bitch, I ain't did one since motherfucking, 2019? Girl, it's 2023 and a bitch is hella grown, bitch. So this channel, legs shaking, heart aching, oh. Bitch, this motherfucking channel finna have a bitch in tears. Cause you bitches don't know. No bitch they do it like me, bitch. The sweeter the better. It don't get no motherfucking better, bitch. Big this shit, bitch. You already know the fuck I be, ho. Don't ever let this gay shit fool your weak ass. So we gonna get right into it. Um, so let me take y'all back. Okay, so 2020 for me was my days of, you know, being stupid for a nigga. Okay. 2021, I got even more stupider. Cause I fell in love with the dick. Okay, so 2020, I fell in love with the person. Okay, I did. Cause I'm the type of bitch. I hold on to my cat. I ain't just gonna give it up right away. Cause I wanna know if the nigga gonna stay. But if he don't stay, if the nigga leave me, you know, I'ma feel embarrassed. I feel like my pussy just been disrespected. Like he just gonna fuck me and leave me. Like I couldn't bear. So I wanna say 2020, I fell in love with the person. Okay, now we in 20 when we got to 2021, I fell in love with the dick. Okay, his dick. Okay, because that was the only dick I was on. When I sat on, I licked, I kissed, I talked to. I mean, it was cooked to order. You know, you ain't never had no cooked to order dick. And that's why bitches be stupid over it because it be cooked to order. It's like the dick be made for you. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jesus because black man. It ain't even February. But it's just 2020, 21, I fell in love with the dick, honestly. 2022, I tapped in more with my body, myself, you know what I'm saying? I started to feel like niggas was just, being unappreciative of who I am and what I got to offer to niggas. And it's just beyond my body because I have just so many assets to me in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bitch of value. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with no worthless ass bitch. And don't ever get that confused. I'm not never one of them hoes. But you know what I'm saying? I was young and I fell in love with the dick. It was the big dick. That was my first really big dick I ever had, and I've always wanted that for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I got it, I was just excited. I was so in love. I was so in tune. Like, bitch, I kill for that dick. I die over that dick. I beat your ass over that dick. I get this box for that dick. But it was bigger than that. As you get older, you get more mature, and you just got you reminded of what to allow and what not to. You know what I'm saying? So, 22, we got to year 2022. I just tapped in more with my body and my abilities and just what I'm worth to a nigga. So it was a rocky 3 years. That 3 years was rocky. You know what I'm saying? Because even with tapping in with yourself, you dealing with a lot of shit that comes with facing yourself every single day. People just don't understand. Like, you feel a total different way when you're just in your room and you're alone rather than being around people. And it's not even that you're forced to front. It's just I really can't explain because I'm not no motherfucking psychology, not a psychology because I can't be the motherfucking subject, but the psychologist. I'm not no psychologist, but I do understand how the human mind works. You know what I'm saying? So, I dealt with a lot those 3 years. And to be able to come in 2023 and reflect on them 3 years that I've built it and I've created myself, because I wouldn't say I created myself, it added substance to my character. And that shit is just like, wow, looking at it to see now, like I'm on a road of celibacy. I don't know how if I'm gonna be celibate, bitch. I'm trying, I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to stay submerged in just my music itself. And it is hard sometimes because when I cross a fine man, baby, I be like black man, black man, black man, child. Ooh. You just, you know what I'm saying? But it is all about what you want for yourself. And I'm holding myself to a higher expectation. So I really am going to do this road to celibacy because I want people to understand that, you know, it's okay to go without. Man, fuck nah. Bitch, get that dick anytime you motherfucking want, girl. I ain't going on no motherfucking road to celibacy. I need to stop talking about this shit right the fuck now. Because I'm going to need some dick tomorrow. You hear me? But, I just have to understand that you just can't rush your life. You can't rush your love. You can't rush, the small things in your life because you're gonna end up crashing. And I feel like those 3 years I was being a crash dummy. And you don't wanna crash out. I ain't wanna motherfucking crash out, bitch. So I ain't crashed the fuck out. I had some motherfucking Geico or something because the bitch still, yeah. But yeah, like I just wanted that. I don't know. It was a satisfaction of just being able to learn myself and add substance to my character is a big thing for me because I see that it is maturity. Um, Also, like, what else I learned? I learned over these 3 years that you can't always put your like ducks in one bucket. You know what I'm saying? It's better to map out and to have a step by step plan rather than move off impulse. And I know a lot of times we feel like we have to move off impulse, and that's not necessarily okay because you got to understand that the mind is fragile and the body is, moving off of the mind itself. So you don't want to put too much on yourself that you can handle. And we tend to blame God a lot of times or question God for like some of the holes that we put ourselves in. And I learned that for myself because, you know, seeing what I've gone through and what I've put people through because I've never not always been victim. You know what I'm saying? And I did play a part of guilt in that. And you have to learn to have accountability for your actions. Whatever you feel is wrong or whatever you feel is right, you're entitled to your beliefs, but in some point of your life you're gonna have to learn how to have accountability because that's what life run off of mistakes, learning, and taking accountability. But I sound like a preacher bitch, and I don't even know how to, you know what I'm saying, put the words together. So I ain't finna keep sounding like a preacher bitch. I just wanted you guys, giving you guys like an overview of like what I've, been through over the last 3 years, and why like I'm expanding my self worth and my self peace and sanity and doing it without a nigga in the picture. Right now, I am open to dating. Everybody wants some love. Everybody wants somebody. But right now, I'm at peace with being alone and loving myself and taking the time that I need to focus on bettering me. And I feel like that's me doing my big one. I'm shitting on the bitch for real, for real.